news coverage in the capital region.
Well, the big day has arrived. 85. And the activity is just now going to begin. Pretty soon, we'll all be eating till our heart's content. Pretty soon, the throngs. Now we'll see what it looks like now, then we'll see what it looks like later. Just getting started. All ready for the signing. High school graduation. This is the table before the onslaught. Wait till we're all singing happy birthday. Here we are again. I didn't even have anything for breakfast and I'm all ready. Oh dear. Well, there it isn't two. It's verified. It is his 85th birthday. And here's the birthday boy. Getting ready for his party.
That really does.
Yeah, he's really looking good
Are
now.
you going to wear your jacket?
Should I?
Not if you don't need it.
Or where it is?
Yeah,
You
that's...
gonna wear that
Oh, I like
jacket?
your
Yeah, that's good sweater.
Oh
Pin the
my
button
God.
on, Jill.
I am, wait a
Hey,
minute.
you let the dog out.
Oh, yeah, get the dog. Whoops.
Oops,
I'll
there's
get it.
that.
I figured I was going to get up any minute now because the party starts.
There we are.
He's really not 85 till tomorrow.
The only person not invited to the party. And the most loyal, too, after all these years. Bye, Peanut. See you later.
So that's good, so it's probably right in the middle. If you think it's strong and she thinks it's weak, it's probably right in the middle.
We're having our picture taken.
Oh, no, it's not. I don't know.
Go sign in.
Age to perfection.
Meadows first.
No, this wasn't a surprise. Here's some more of the crowd.
I know, I remember them.
This is the kitchen crew. Well, here are two people at the party. Where did you guys come from? New York. New York? Do you know who Boston signed last week?
Yeah,
Who?
Jose Canseco.
Right, what are you doing here? Oh, there's Grandpa right there. He is right behind you, the birthday boy. You know how old he is?
85.
85. Can you imagine anybody being 85?
Yeah.
You can?
I just took a
Well, you
while.
finally made it down to the city, huh?
Well, all the birthday boy has done is eat so far.
18 years and many visits.
If I was paranoid, I think they'd be talking about me, but they're not. Oh, you are? Well, Mom, what do you think, Mom?
What do I think? I think this is just great.
Ever think he'd get to 85? Do you think anybody here knows how old you are?
I just asked.
79? Oh, dear. We didn't get 79 candles.
It's all right. One candle.
Wait, more than one best friend?
Hi, Steph.
Both best.
I like the, no.
Wow.
All right, I'm focusing in on you, Steph. You better say something, anything. Can you say, maybe can you say happy birthday to Grandpa?
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Thank you. John?
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
You guys are very original. Thank you for all your help.
Here's just some of the spread we have for Grandpa's. Hopefully Grandpa got a chance to eat a little of this. We even have Blintz's steaming down there. There's somebody that, I forget her name, but I think she came, hopefully she didn't just come for the food, she came for Grandpa. Look, Judy's going right after the champagne today. It's Sunday, it's already, it's 1 p.m. This is a couple hours later than she usually starts on Sundays. We're all getting ready for Eddie's big toast. I'm going to film him now because chances are I'm going to forget while he's actually doing the toast. We're going to wait till everybody gets champagne too, so we'll take a break. And there's a picture of Grandpa. What year was that? I'm not even sure. Grandma, what year was this picture of Grandpa? This was high school graduation, and what year was that, do you think? We're going to guess 19... We're going to do quick math, and we're going to say, this is Grandpa when he was when he was graduating high school in 1926. And here's the lovely bride. Oh, and just want to make sure, yes, she is drinking champagne already. This is what number? That's your 4th glass of champagne, isn't it?
6 years I've been with that.
How many years?
56.
Did you know him when he looked like that in that picture?
No, if I'd known him when he looked like that.
Then what?
I might have lived with him for a while before.
Oh, really? Yeah. So, Grandma, how many? 56 years ago, huh? Wow, that's a long time. How long did you date before you were actually married?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half? And how long before you knew, when you started dating, how long before you knew that was it?
Well, I knew right away.
You did?
Hesitant.
He took a year and a half, huh?
There wasn't enough money behind it.
Oh, really? The dowry wasn't that big? Was there a good dowry, though, do you think? None at all.
Yeah, we needed a lot more.
Hey, he still did all right. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna cut. I have to take pictures, but I don't know who anybody else here is, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, oh, there's lots of people.
You'll point them out. Hold on.
Get this group right here.
Okay, hold on. Here he comes. It's a little dark. I know you can't see who it is, but you can see the shiny hat.
We're going out
You don't need the light. There you go. I'm going to back up and hit something. Come on out, Grandpa. I think it might be toast time. Look, here's a little champagne. I think it's toast time. Oh my gosh, I thought it was somebody else. Forget it. Here you go. What are we looking for from Dad for the toast today?
We're looking for something.
We're on tape here. Come on.
I know you are, but I can't.
Well, let me give you another question then. How many people in that room do you think will fall asleep during the toast?
Hopefully nobody but Grandpa.
Okay. Well, I mean, a couple people are already starting to drift off. I'm afraid he might put them to
I
sleep.
understand. It might. Hopefully there'll be a joke or two in there.
Oh, good. I
All
hope
right, now let's go listen to the toast.
Okay.
My voice is raised an octave above normal. But first, of course, we wanted to thank everybody for coming. And I wanted to thank Stephanie and John for bringing the champagne. I want to thank Jerry for doing such a terrific job. And the Bagel Baron for making us all feel comfortable. I wanted to thank my wife Sheila, who really put her nose, I don't know where she is, her nose to the grindstone for the past 2 weeks. And pulled this all together to make a nice afternoon. And of course, to get my father to his 85th birthday, we of course have to thank my mother. Because as all of us married men know, that's the only way you get anywhere.
That's right.
Whether it's to the shopping center or to your 85th birthday or wherever you're planning to head. We thought of this, having everyone here together. If this kind of event is really very important, especially in these days where families don't grow up or stay where you grow up. I met a couple today who moved to Albany 9 years ago. And of course, most of the rest of us have scattered. When I was young, everybody lived in Albany. If you moved to Colony, you would move virtually out of town, and it's so different today. And the reason it's so different, and the reason this kind of event is so important, is because you really bring the spirit of everybody in the past to this party. And that's the reason why I think that family gatherings and friends are so important, because those people who have can no longer be with us, We bring their spirits to this kind of an event, so they're here with us, so that if it seems a little crowded, you'll know why. It's not just you. Fortunately, Joe from the Bagel Baron did not require them as a head count, so I assume that they don't eat very much. But the spirits of everyone who has come before us and has brought us to this point, we bring with us to this room today. So I think this is important. The second thing is what do you say about someone who's gotten to the age of 85, who may or may not be able to hear me at this particular time?
This close I can hear.
Besides getting to the age of 85 and still being unable to fix his video by himself, because he has a new video and I spent 2 hours last night trying to get all the buttons in the right working order.
Can I have your telephone number?
I said that I was going to hire myself out to come and set up the videos. You know, one thing that you have to say, and is especially apparent in this past decade, where people have become so interested in what's in it for me, and this narcissistic self-interest that everyone has, that my father is a shining example of this is not the way that people are supposed to be, and that you're supposed to run your life. And I think that that's the greatest example and the greatest spirit that we can take from him, and from getting to this age, is that I've never seen him do anything recently and said, well, what's in it for me? Why do I run this group? Why am I writing another letter to the editor? As I'm sure you're all bombarded by reading them, and my mother mails them to me frequently. It's not what's in it for me, it's what's in it for people, what's in it for other people. What is the right thing to do? And I think that that's the greatest lesson that he can teach all of us. Those of us who are just starting out in life, Adam, and those of us who are much more far advanced, such as myself, and have gray hair, and even those people that are beyond me. But this is the greatest ponytail. This is the greatest lesson he can teach us. That the real thing is we have to. That it's never too late to stop saying what's in it for me, and to try to change and say, can we make a better community? Reminds me of Reagan when he was running for Eisenworld Democrats. He was running for some election, and he said, "Aren't you better off? Aren't you better off?" Reagan said to us now than you were 4 years ago. But he got it wrong. He says, "Are we better off as a community than we were 4 years ago?" And I think that this is what my father has tried to give the answer to all these 85 years. So we toast your birthday and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Many happy returns.
And I don't know whether he wants to make a little speech or not.
Well,
Yeah, I guess he does.
after that glowing speech, I'm really at a loss for words. But I want to thank all of you for your good wishes. I want to thank you for coming. Some of you have come quite a distance, and I'm touched by the fact that you've come this far. I don't have any, I want to thank Sylvia too.
It's Elijah.
You're surprised when I walk in.
Some people come late to their own.
That's all right. I've got it on film, so.
This is Sylvia Aldous, who works as a volunteer in the library at Bethlehem. Sylvia, come on and be introduced.
Yes.
Sylvia.
I know almost everybody.
I want to thank, to repeat what Edward says, I want to thank Sylvia for all that she has done for me and brought me to this level. You might say, Edward told you all about the good things I was doing for everybody, and I didn't realize I was doing anything for anybody.
Oh, now the hat will get bigger. The whole thing now.
Except it was so much fun. And, you know, you might say to me, well, after all these years, what have you learned? Or what, can you deliver any nuggets of wisdom? And there aren't any nuggets of wisdom that I have that you probably don't already know. There's one little note that I think I should add, or can add. And it's very simple and very short. And it applies to what Edward said too. Just be good to each other.
Yes, yeah,
That's very important. It covers a lot of things.
yes.
I have a lot of years ahead of me, a lot of work to be done,
Yes. Amen.
especially now that I learned how to use a computer. I want you all to come back here on my 90th birthday to the same house.
Okay.
And we'll have another party. I want to thank Sheila and Edward especially for having arranged this party and bringing all of you together here. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Sheila. Good luck to all of you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
I didn't realize how silly I looked making a speech with this hand.
You'll see it on video later.
We're going to discuss this on Thursday.
Yes, we will. The candle.
Oh yeah, light the candles and.
What'd you do? Turn around, let me see your head.
There's response time unless a patrol car.
Grandpa, this is very social of you, especially in the middle of your party. Grandma, my dad says you have to come outside and talk to people. They're looking for you. Except I don't think he was kidding, actually. Well, I'll go talk to people.
Henry.
Well, I'll go look for people instead.
Yes, I did. I had one at your house.
Here's a couple people. Well, I can't see a thing. It's so dark. Yeah. Oh, you gotta turn it. You gotta come over here so I can see. There you go.
Good, now you can see me?
You're in the speech-making spot.
I'm not making any speech.
This is it. What's your speech?
I don't have any speeches
I
today.
got a question for you. How do you let your kids walk around like that?
Because they say to me every morning, I want to look just like my cousin Scott. So whatever I can do to make him look more like Scott.
I can't breathe. If I start dying, it's just because of Peanut's hair is killing me right now.
You know, you blame everything on that dog. You
The
guys-
good thing is it started happening when I was sitting on the couch, but the good news is I'm sleeping on that same couch tonight, so I'll wake up tomorrow morning and my whole face will be exploded
Maybe you'll
up.
wake up.
Yeah, I know. Well, so there we go. All right, let's see your head again for a
Hey,
second.
Scott. Scott, at least if something happens to you, we have plenty of food.
Yeah, thank God. Let's look at that food again. Wait, she's working. She's eating it all. What's going on?
Yes. I don't think.
All right, are there any words of wisdom or anything you'd like to say to my grandfather?
I just said that I hope that we can continue to have good public service television.
Public service television. This is supposed to be related to my grandfather, though, not like just in general.
That's very much related to your grandfather.
He's a big public service guy?
Your grandfather makes tapes of programs that he thinks will be of interest to his discussion group. And an awful lot of those tapes come from public PBS.
I saw a tape he once recorded of like mating habits of some animal in Antarctica, something like that. It was incredible.
He didn't show us that.
He didn't show you?
He kept that for himself.
I think he was just watching that late at night or something. I'm not really sure. I don't
He
know.
makes a lot of, public television.
What's the last?
A very good one this past Thursday on Joycelyn Elders, which you got from me.
Am I kind of uneducated? Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
Joycelyn Elders?
Yes, all right. I'm showing my true colors. I'm uneducated. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I better say I'm kidding. That's right. Up until the recent hubbub.
She's the one who thought that they want to teach masturbation in school.
That's right. Now I remember. I forgot her name. I knew that she was fired, but I forgot her name.
Not until January.
Oh, she's still in there. Okay.
She can teach from now until January. It was a very funny one. It was a very funny column.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on. Well, we're gonna go talk to the next crew too. Thanks.
Bye.
All right. Here we.
Blink my eyes and they're there.
And go. Linda, I know you said not to put you on camera because you're not good, but I had to put you on. I mean, it's your dad's birthday. I thought you might want to say, you know...
Happy birthday, Dad.
Exactly. Thank you. Is there anything else to add, or just...
I'll talk to him later in private.
Okay. You tell me when you're going to do that. Me, you, and your dad can get together, and I'll have a camera. Okay, we'll be all set.
Great. We'll do that tomorrow, okay? You want to stay
Oh,
around?
shoot, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Okay, I'll stick around just for that.
All right, well, I'll be
Perfect.
back tomorrow.
Okay. No, I'm going around. Do you have any words of wisdom for Grandpa, or anything to say to him?
I don't have any words of wisdom, just admiration. I admire him. I admire his ability to get up in front of a classroom.
Kind of a what?
His ability to get up in front of a lot of people who have all different opinions and to keep them all in check, you know, and to have control of his class. So happy birthday, Henry, and many, many more.
That's great. Steph? No, that's it. People are running away. Paul just recently got here, so he's partaking in the food. That's his excuse why he's not going to say anything. Don't say anything, Paul. Just go with it. You would say... Exactly. I'm going to move on to it, Judy.
So I decided to set my video camera up so I can by my bed. Where everybody thinks there's something going on, right? Because it's sitting right by but I'll tell you about this.
That is a little kinky.
See, this is good. This will loosen you up for the camera. This is great, this story.
That I sit down and talk and do like tell stories about what happened that day.
Who's gonna watch it?
At the camera, and I say to the camera,
Judy, can't you tell him about this when you don't have the camera
I
on?
say, can you wait till you hear this? I tell the camera, you're not gonna believe this.
And what do you do with the film?
Nobody's watched it. It's just mine. I have 2 cassettes now.
So, anything to say that's pertinent to the party, though, here?
Pertinent to the party. I'm very, very, very sincerely thankful that my brother Edward and his wife Sheila put all the effort into this. They didn't ask anything of me. They didn't make me feel guilty. Nothing.
That's nice.
I just told them right in the beginning. Don't ask me for anything.
They make me feel guilty about most things I do, so I don't understand that.
What?
They're good at making people feel guilty. I can vouch for that, so I don't understand.
They really didn't. I was choked up inside at how grateful I am that they didn't make me feel guilty.
And maybe you'd like to
And
say,
I
you know,
got to
happy...
come and enjoy it, and I'm so thankful that they had it. I'm so grateful.
This is
so much fun.
this is a hallmark moment, I think. I can't get both you in there, but I wish
But
I
I
could.
mean it. It really
It's a hallmark moment.
There you go. There you go.
Shake his hand again so I can get you on film. Okay.
That's what's known as a photo op.
That's it.
Many happy returns. Yes, I missed it.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I'm gonna run.
Well, here's the late arrivals. Hello, late arrivals.
Hi, happy birthday, Uncle Henry.
I'm not Uncle Henry.
Oh, wait. No, oh, I guess he's not. Limbo? Yeah, shake it up, Bert.
Yeah, the bottom drawer there should be some.
I wonder what she thinks of 85. She likes that song, huh, Larry?
Yeah, limbo.
Go sing it out loud, Larry.
Yourself a limbo girl, all around the limbo world. There's a limbo moon above.
There she is. I found her. You have to be a pretty astute cameraman these days.
On the limbo.
Scott, you better go get Grandpa. He's escaping.
Grandpa, where are you going? We're supposed to be on the camera. Come on. No, just right here. He's still...
Hi, Dad.
Scott wanted to give you some advice on how to best get to 90.
Yes.
Yes, dear.
Just broccoli. Broccoli, Grandpa. Always eat a broccoli and cake. Stuff like that.
I don't have anything, honey, that will be more than enough for you.
All right, I just hope so.
You're welcome. What color is that?
What color is Angel? White?
The good work. Keep up the good work.
Larry, have a good winter.
Yes, you too.
Good seeing you. Find Uncle Rich. Talk to you.
Bye, Adam. The party's over.
Oh, she fell off the bike.
The party's over. Did you guys sing along with me here?
It's good for traffic.
The party's over. It's time to call it a day. What's the rest of the song? I guess we don't know. It's opening the presents time.
Oh, you know.
I mean, here. Well, then where the fuck is everybody?